r/AskReddit, what's the weirdest customer encounter you've had at work? Why yes, she does listen to Alex Jones. How'd you guess? At an Italian restaurant, and the woman at table next to ours asked the server what was the ratio of chicken to cheese in their chicken parm. The server thought really hard about it for a second and then replied, "I'd say it's about normal." And the woman was satisfied with that. She ordered the chicken parm, and ate it without further comment. I'd say it fulfills its contractual obligations. A lady hit me in the face when I told her she had to leave my store if she wouldn't stop harassing other customers. A homeless man flipped a tray of 5 beers onto my face at my first bartending job. I got 3 days paid $100 each, off for that. And a scratched cornea. Well, let's turn this, "you need to fuck off" into, "you need to fuck off" directly to jail. I was ringing up a customer and making small talk, being my usual goofy self. She looks at me, then says, "You remind me so much of my son," pauses for a bit and then says, "I miss him so much." I guess it's not the weirdest but has stuck with me over 10 years. Did she ask you to say goodbye, Mom? I work at a library. The amount of people who don't bring their library card with them and then refuse to give me ID so I can look up their account is baffling. I'm just trying to prove they are who they say they are. Also, a mentally ill lady once told me that Osama bin Laden wanted to steal shoes from the artist formerly known as Prince. TBF, who didn't want to steal shoes from the artist formerly known as Prince? Was at the cash register when a foul smell hit me like a bus. Turns out someone took a dump in the toilet paper aisle and ran away. The camera got the guy OFC, but still. Told my manager I wasn't gonna clean that up and he got mad, threatening me with a smaller paycheck since I'm not doing my work. Got out and quit. Not taking any more shit on that job, quite literally. Helped a woman with getting a huge dental claim paid and forgot about it. Months went by and I'm on a call when someone is tapping my shoulder. It was her and she's hugging me while all these admin people were dragging her off. That's such a sweet alternative to all the horror stories here. When I was in college, I worked for a pizza department inside a grocery store. There was a man who would always order a pizza with triple veggie, meaning a veggie pizza with 3x the normal amount of veggies. He would then dump as much red pepper flakes as he could on the whole thing. Literally would open the jar that we kept the red pepper flakes in and pour the entire thing on his pizza. Every damn time. His bowel movements must have brought him close to nirvana. I work at a library. A woman came to the desk with all the seasons of Game of Thrones on DVD that were out at the time, sat them on my desk and proceeded to tell me that she hated how violent the show was, but she recognized that it was important to learn our history even if it was sometimes hard to watch. I didn't even know what to say. Learn our history. A coworker screaming at me for leaving food to rot in the shared fridge. It was my first day there and I hadn't even unpacked my belongings yet. I believe the question was about customer instead of coworker. But I do hope the coworker apologized after realizing it. Also, wouldn't the person know you were new? The McDonald's I worked at in high school charged 25 cents for a cup of water, and I had an insane person scream at me and tell me that God will smite you in hell for profiting off his disciples merely for needing water, which he created for all mankind. I said, "Cool man, 25 cents if you want a cup though." I like that his God is waiting until you go to hell to do it, instead of smiting you while you're still alive. Not a shy pooper, that fellow. I used to work at an upscale chocolate store, and this woman who was clearly high came in and bought a bunch of stuff. Meanwhile, she's telling us about how she and her BF were going to strip club that night and it wasn't a problem to her because none of those girls could compete with what she had, meaning her boobs, which she then flashed at us. Worked at McDonald's briefly in high school. There was a subdivision being built on the land in back of the building. Group of 10 guys at least all came in to eat and just destroyed the bathroom. Shit literally everywhere. Manager told me to clean it up since I was the newest. Walked right out and applied at the Penn station down the road. I worked at Yankee Candle. Someone came in and sincerely asked if we sold dog food. One time I had a customer who insisted on paying for their groceries entirely in pennies. They brought in multiple heavy bags filled to the brim with pennies and spent hours counting them out at the checkout counter. It was definitely an unusual situation, and it caused quite a commotion in the store. You don't actually have to accept them. Some people believe that you have to accept them if it's legal tender, but if it places an unreasonable burden on you, then you don't have to. Look up your specific state's law. About 25 years ago, I worked at a liquor store in a shopping mall. This one disturbed guy would walk in every day and ask me a strange question, and then leave without buying anything. Once he asked me if there was a difference between bitterness and rage. Another time he asked me if you could buy glasses that would blot out the sun completely. Always weird stuff like that. I'd always answer him as honestly and accurately as I could. I wish that I wrote down his questions every day, there was some good ones. I told a customer about free distribution on an item. That's right, free. I could not get him to understand. He replied, I don't know what you're up to, but I don't want any part of it. Looking back today, I just have to scratch my head. Removed. What did he try to report you for? But wow, a total loser who cannot take rejection. Had a guy ask me where the exit was, when I worked at a Walmart, he was like 15 feet away from the exit. Had to be high as a kite. On the other side of the street, I was once pumping gas when a high AF guy pulled up and asked, hey, are we in South Carolina? This was in the suburbs of Wilmington, Delaware. A woman called into my job and refused to provide us with any identifying information. I told her I cannot assist her if I don't know who I'm speaking to. She said we were going to steal her information and sell it to migrants. I wished her a nice day and disconnected the call. My aunt gives fake names at the BK drive-thru and only uses cash. I don't have the patience to tell her about her license plate and registration being public info.
Hey guys, it's Reddit Glitch. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. I just wanted to ask you guys to hit the subscribe button because according to my statistics, 98.8% of my viewers are not subscribed, which I think you should subscribe because it's free and we're going to have a lot more bangers in the future, so subscribe. Again, thanks for watching. Bye.